Welcome to Cyberpunk 2077. Getting your hands on enough money to buy all the nice things in the city is definitely not easy. Most of the time there will be this nice upgrade that you really want, but you just don't have the cash. Today we're going to fix that issue with a lot of tips and tricks to improve your bankroll. The absolute best thing you can do to get your hands on so much cash that you won't even know what to spend it on anymore is to buy cola cans. Yeah, you heard it right. You literally have to spend money to make money. You'll be making so much money that you won't be able to collect it all from one place. On a normal day, I need multiple draw points just to sell my stuff because I just don't carry around enough cash. The average draw point can only buy items from you up to 20,000 eddies. After that, you will just have to go and find another one. So, you'll be maxing out multiple draw points within minutes. In other words, you'll be filthy rich in no time. How do you do this? Well, it's super easy. It does not matter if you're late game or early game. You can do it whenever you're in the need of cash. Having said that, there is an optimized way to do this and I will show you that one so that you understand the how and why of it all. Let's say that you go up to your apartment and you get out of the elevator and turn left. So you go past the place that sells guns and you go up the stairs. There you will find a chromanticore vending machine. Buy all the items that this machine has until it's sold out. Sometimes it will give you only a few cans, other times it will give you 40 cans or more. It's all random. The other cans that you can buy are the Nicola cans. You will find a machine like that if you leave the elevator and turn to the right. Do the same thing here. Buy all the cans that you can get from this machine. I would recommend always buying the same chromanticore and the same Nicola cans so that you make your life easier. On your way to your apartment, you will find more machines on your left side, together with a machine in the back next to the stairs that you normally take to go up to your apartment, and 2 more machines when you turn left before entering your apartment. This is one possible run that you can do, but there is a better one, which I will show you in a second. So now what? You have all of these cans, so go to your inventory, open your backpack and then hover over one of these cans. And then disassemble all the items. Keep an eye on the top left, where you see the top 2 components. Those will now go up. The green ones are the uncommon item components, which actually look like batteries. The other ones are the common item components. These are just wires and so on. Leave the menu, then go to a draw point, like the one next to your apartment, and sell those 2 items. For all your hard work, which only took like 2 minutes, and the money you invested in these cans, about 400 euros, you will now receive a few thousands in return. I would recommend you to do it here the first time around, because these vending machines and the draw point are located right next to each other, so it's super easy. This way you will get an idea of what you have to do. Once you get the hang of it, then go to where the good stuff is, the Las Vegas of vending machines. The best thing to do is to fast travel to the city center. Look right and then left to get your bearings. Behind you, you will find the fast travel point. If I then open the map, then you can see it's right in the bigger circle in the middle of the city. When you're facing the fast travel point, then turn to the right. Run all the way down the stairs and then take the second entrance on the left hand side right underneath the bridge. Here you will find 2 pillars that are surrounded by vending machines, and if you use the same technique as the one I showed you next to the apartment, then you will be getting about 3000 components, which will sell for more than 17,000 euros. Pretty nice, hey? Instead of selling these components directly, you can also use those to get your crafting skills up. So go to crafting and select the Nekomata sniper rifle, and craft a bunch of those and keep an eye on how fast your crafting skill goes up. You will max it out in no time. And you can still sell these weapons for a decent amount, but do know that you'll be earning less than before, but you're getting a very nice boost to your crafting skills, so it depends what you require at the time. We can optimize this even further by using the mechanic perk from the crafting section. This will get you more components when you disassemble these cans. If you're getting into crafting, then you could also go for the workshop perk, but this does require the level 7 of the technical ability, and I don't want to go that far, cause to be honest, I prefer the other attributes. So far, this is the #1 way of making money in a very short period of time, but I do have to be honest, it isn't the most rewarding experience because buying all those cans isn't exactly why I bought Cyberpunk 2077, but it does make the game a lot better when you have more equipment to play around with. The other ways of making money are a lot more fun, but less rewarding than the cola cans of course. So the next money making tip covers the gigs. Those generally pay out more than anything else, so this is the second best way of getting a lot of cash. Use your phone and select the gig that you like and complete the objective. There are many different gigs around and they will pay out something between 1000 and 4000 euros. The great thing is that they usually involve shooting people, which means that you can loot them and then you can sell these items yourself. Sometimes this pays out more than the actual gig. A surprising amount of these gigs have an access point near the objective area. It's always a good idea to connect to those, breach the access point and get a large amount of euros. I will make a dedicated video about breaching access points because once you get the hang of it, you can do even the most complex ones in no time. So subscribe if you don't want to miss out on that video. I will give you some extra tips already. 1. There's always a way to solve the sequence for all of the objectives. 2. The timer does not start until you select the first code from the code matrix, so use that time to plan ahead. 3. After a horizontal line, you will always get a vertical one next and vice versa, so you can use that to plan ahead. 4. If you planned ahead properly, then you can complete these things lightning fast. If you're into the intelligence attribute, then definitely unlock the advanced data mine perk because this will get you 100% more money from these access points, so you're doubling your money in a way. The extended network interface perk allows you to see these access points automatically, so this one is pretty useful as well. Other than that, since you will have to kill a lot of people, if you choose to do so that is, you're going to need a lot of ammo. Some players do seem to struggle with getting their hands on ammo, because I see them starting a gig in Cyberpunk with only 60 bullets. If you use the cola can method and you keep some of the common components, then you can use these to craft all the ammunition that you will ever need, and it will be by far the cheapest way of getting ammo except for picking it up from the ground. I will not enter a fight without having at least 500 bullets, so that I don't have to worry about that, and maybe you should do something similar. Be aware that at some point you will have completed all of the gigs, and then you will just have to raid around or drive around until you find some new gigs. The third way of getting your hands on some extra cash is by completing the NCPD side hustles. They don't all pay out a lot of money, but the higher difficulty level ones are nice to do early game. But be aware that you don't have the required gear yet to easily pull this off, so you'll have to be smart. A job with a very high danger level will pay out about 2500 euros, and you might find some nice gear that these guys were using if you manage to kill one. You have to be good, smart, or you have to buy the required upgrade so that you can easily complete the most difficult NCPD missions. Be smart when it comes to the very dangerous missions, because if you do them early game like I do, then you won't be able to kill all the opponents. You will even struggle to kill one. See what the objective is and try to get away with it in a sneaky way. For example, fight one guy, lure the rest to a certain area away from the objective and then make a run for it. Easy money right there. The following numbers vary a little bit, but at least you get the idea. For a moderate danger level, neutralized criminals pays 740. Organized crime pays out 982 and assault in progress pays out around 1170 euros. If I had a choice, I would do organized crime, because it's a lot more fun to kill more guys and you can loot all of them, and that usually results in a higher payout when you sell all of those items. So you'll be making more money from looting than from the actual reward for completing the objective. The danger level seems to depend on where you are in the city, so if you think you're up for it, then move to a more dangerous part of the city like in the city center and get paid more for your efforts. If you're just starting out, then stick to your apartment's neighborhood, those have a moderate danger level. The fourth way of making money are the side missions. The payout varies, but usually you won't be making as much cash as before. They're fun to do, but I would avoid the side missions when you really want money. You're better off doing something else instead. The fifth way of making money is by completing the main storyline. However, you never know what you're going to get, so it can take up a lot of time and sometimes there is no reward in the end. As general advice, try to pick up stuff at all times, especially when you're in a fight and you kill a few guys. Loot them as you're moving to the next room, so multitask, fight and loot at the same time. It avoids you having to go back all the time. It will save you a lot of time and the loot can sell for more than a mission reward. This is especially true with the moderate danger level NCPD missions that involve the gang wars. Even random items can sell for 750 euros easily. I would also sell all the extra weapons and the inferior armor than the one you're using already. There is no real need to keep it, so just sell it. Use the money and free up space so that you can loot again in the next fight. Please write this down. Do not use the scrapper perk from the crafting upgrade path, because it will automatically dismantle the junk that you pick up automatically. Meaning that you won't be able to sell that useless piece of junk anymore for 750 euros. Access points which you can breach can come in many forms. It could be anything from a video game to a random spot in the harbor. This is pretty much everything you need to know about making money in Cyberpunk. If you like the tips and tricks that you saw in this video, then make sure to subscribe. All your support is more than welcome. This was Fog of Gaming, thanks for watching, and I will see you in Cyberpunk.